you reach a conclusion whether or not this amendment of the Constitution, he will agree to move forward with it. I think that even though General Buhari is a member of APC, but if you look at his character, he's somebody who is really thinking Nigeria. At least we give him that benefit for today. And so he will not, because the matter came up under this outgoing administration, decide to close his eyes. After all, whether you look at the content of the recommendation of the National Conference, or you look at the Fourth Amendment as proposed, if you look at the ideology and manifesto of each of these parties, their economic policy, their social policy, they all point to one thing, which is Chapter 2 of our Constitution. I think the issue is a serious government will not be bringing this issue of partisanship. You look at the fundamental principle and directive principle, fundamental objective and directive principles of state policy, covers all these things we're talking about. Now, coming to the issue of a true federalism or true federation, I have always asked myself the question, have states actually acted, or have they exercised their powers, even to the extent of half, as provided by the Constitution, to demand for a quote-unquote true federalism, as it were? My opinion is this. Our problem in the country is that we have not strengthened our institutions. And so we keep thinking about creation, multiplication, proliferation, creation, multiplication, proliferation. And it will never solve the problem until those institutions are strengthened. Talk about the issue of police. Now, whether you want to have a state police or federal police, if the institution of the police is not strengthened, you will still have that mystical manipulation, either at the federal level by the president or at the state level by the governor. But if the institutions are strengthened, whether it is the president, look at the issue in Rivers State. Okay. Look at the issue of Rivers State. Even when you bring it out to the judiciary for 1 year or almost 2 years, they don't have the chief judge. Yes. Because of executive influence at the national level, executive influence at the state level. But let's assume, as proposed by this amendment, that independence is given to the judiciary. That means they have the power to make the appointment and they have the power to remove the judges. It then means that once there is need for a judge, when a judge retires and there is need for another judge to take the reins as the chief judge, it is the National Judicial Council that determines. It will not be now an object of manipulation by the state. By the political stakeholders. Yes, so institutional problem is what we have in this country.